soul with it. Yeah. What's going on, everybody? Dialerix TV back with another video, and I would like to discuss with you all an article that I've read pertaining to Lakers potentially acquiring Washington Wizards Davis Bertans via trade for Kuzma and Quinn Cook. This article is via Bleacher report Zach Buckley, and the headline reads Blockbuster deals that would blow up the NBA trade deadline. And the article goes on to say that Lakers land sniper, Wizards add Kuzma. So the article says that the Lakers will receive Davis Bertans and the Washington Wizards will receive Kuzma, Quinn Cook, and Taylor Horton-Tucker. The article goes on to say that the Lakers plan to flood their supporting ranks with snipers hasn't worked. Despite owning the association's 10th best conversion rate, they're just 21st in makes and 23rd in attempts. Danny Green has been more good than great, 1.9 triples per night, 38.7%, while Quinn Cook, Troy Daniels, and Jared Dudley are fighting for consistent minutes. Davis Bertans would be a godsend. His blend of volume 3.7 threes per game and efficiency 43.6% was only previously reached by Stephen Curry. And remember, Bertans is doing that without a table setter like LeBron. Getting them on the same roster might ensure the 2019-2020 championship road runs through Hollywood. It says James creates more points off assists than anyone. Bertans splashes more catch and shoot threes than anyone, and he buries them at a 45.1% clip. The two would work wonders together, and the gravitational pull of Bertans shooting would be just as beneficial for Anthony Davis. A closing lineup of James, Davis, Bertans, Green, and Caldwell Pope might not brim with versatility, but it features two superstars and three lights-out shooters. If James is locked in, then Bertans is the only defensive liability in the quartet, and there will almost certainly be somewhere to hide him. The Wizards say they want to keep Bertans, and they probably do to some degree, but he's a 27-year-old who's set to enter unrestricted free agency. They're looking at the second consecutive sub-negative 400 winning percentage and an uncertain future beyond that. Does it make sense to keep this relationship going? What if he winds up collecting $15 million or more annually on his next contract? Selling high seems the most prudent move, and if Washington is a Kuzma believer, this swap accomplishes that. The third-year Lakers forward has proven an awkward fit alongside LeBron and Davis, but he previously shined as a scorer, 18.7 points per game last season, and a stretch forward, 2.1 threes, 36.6% as a rookie compared with Bertans. Kuzma has youth potential and contract control, signed for next season, restricted free agent after on his side. While the Wizards don't get a first round pick out of this, that selection would likely come at the back end of the first round anyway if they're shipping Bertans to a contender. Their best case scenario at that point is uncovering the next Kuzma. Why not take the short thing instead, especially with the pot sweetened by intriguing 19-year-old Taylor Horton-Tucker? So if you guys would like to read the entire article, the link is in the description box. So I already covered and did a video on this potential trade deal involving the Lakers potentially acquiring Davis Bertans, and as I said before, I think that Davis Bertans would be a sniper who could really come in and light it up from beyond. You know, he would really help the Lakers spread the floor and be another scoring weapon for the Lakers, similar to how Kuzma was for LeBron James and the Cavaliers a few years back. I personally don't like this potential closing lineup that they have with James, Anthony Davis, Bertans, Danny Green, and Kentavious Caldwell Pope. I don't think that lineup is great enough to compete with teams like the Los Angeles Clippers. I personally think that the only way that the Lakers front office will feel more confident and really have a better shot going up against teams like the Clippers is actually not by receiving Bertans, which I think would be a great acquisition, but I think they would have a better shot and feel more confident defeating the Clippers is by actually acquiring Bradley Beal. You know, I think Bradley Beal is a star who will show up on both ends of the floor and will be that consistent third star that the Lakers are ultimately yearning for, who could undoubtedly take pressure off of LeBron James and Anthony Davis. I still haven't gotten a chance to read this article yet, but there's an article on NBA.com right now explaining how the Lakers are waiting for Kuzma to get on track. And like I stated, if that's what you want to do, then go ahead, you know, but you just have to know the risk. If the Lakers plan on making a trade, then Kuzma is probably the name that you're going to have to start trade talks off with. But if we could keep Kuzma, but we can get a wing defender via trade and be lucky enough to acquire Andre Iguodala if he's bought out by the Memphis Grizzlies, then listen, I don't care. Long as we are in the best position to compete for an NBA title, as you guys seen versus the Orlando Magic the other night, down the stretch, the the Lakers had trouble getting a stop versus the Magic, and it was more so small mistakes on the Magic part on why the game remained so close, other than the fact that Quinn Cook was on fire making some big shots for us down the stretch and seemed like he couldn't miss. But that's until LeBron James, who's not a closer, clearly tried to steal this man's shine, clearly tried to steal Quinn Cook's shine and his spotlight by trying to save the day and be this superhero and take that clutch shot when the ball should have been in Quinn Cook's hands, like, which I'm almost sure we would have had a better chance of defeating the Orlando Magic if Quinn Cook would have took the last shot, but just based on the 4-game losing streak back in December, in addition to the loss the other night, we 100% have to improve our defense. The Clippers have two of the best wing defenders in the NBA right now with Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, in addition to Patrick Beverley and Montrezl Harrell, and it's being reported that they could even possibly trade Lou Williams because they want more defense. So this is a great defensive team, and especially when the playoffs arrive, because their intensity level will crank to a higher level defensively once the playoffs arrive. So my point is this, like I stated, if the Lakers trade for Bertans, it would be incredible, but we have to be defensively equipped and loaded if we want to destroy the Clippers and other teams. Defense wins championships. If the Lakers want to wait on Kuz, then go ahead and wait. You know the rest, because like I stated, remember, Anthony Davis is on a 1-year rental, and it would be even more of a nightmare if Anthony Davis will sign with your rivals across the hall in the Clippers, or potentially go to the Golden State Warriors, or you just lose him, period. So I think we have to do whatever it takes to keep Anthony Davis happy, not keep LeBron James happy, but keep Anthony Davis happy, because remember, LeBron James is no longer in his prime. LeBron James is way closer to the end than he is to the beginning. You have 2 years left with him. So if Anthony Davis leaves, you're left with no draft picks, your young core is gone, LeBron James is older, and you're left with probably Kuzma, and you're stuck. So like I said, you have to make sure you keep Anthony Davis happy. Defense wins championship. So if we do acquire Bertans, which I think is a great trade, we're going to need more defense, because just having a bunch of shooters and just scoring ain't going to cut it versus the Clippers, okay? But anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think. Y'all get in that comment box, like, share, subscribe. I'm out.